Godzilla X Kong, the new empire. Not quite the galactic empire, but the new empire on Earth, which is peopled by these mammoth titans. Godzilla, depending on the iteration, a nearly 100-foot tall, mutated radioactive lizard from before the dawn of time, as well as Kong, a massive gorilla. He doesn't shoot any laser beams like Ghidorah, or he doesn't flap his wings with volcanic fury like Rodan. He just has that brute strength of being a massive gorilla. I almost said monkey, but he's a massive gorilla. In Godzilla vs. Kong, they both went a few rounds, and then they turned on a common foe, Mechagodzilla, which was created from one of the decapitated heads of King Ghidorah from Godzilla King of the Monsters. So then, after Mechagodzilla was defeated, Godzilla gave Kong a look like, yeah, alright, and went about his merry way. And Kong went to the underworld, I believe it's called, where he wouldn't be bothered by humans or Godzilla. And I don't remember if it's at the center of the Earth's core or someplace like that. But wherever Kong is, he's in solitude and he reigns supreme. No longer on Skull Island. I said all that to say this. This movie, Godzilla X Kong, I'm not sure what X means. Maybe it means and. They will fight a new simian creature. We saw the silhouette of this creature look more orangutan a little bit because of how skinny its arms were, sitting on a throne with bones surrounding its throne. So it was a throne room full of bones, a throne room, bone room, not that kind of bone. And at the far end of the throne room was a skull that looked almost like Godzilla's, and another one looked like King Kong's. And I don't know if they've called him King Kong yet. Now, we know him traditionally to be King Kong. Here they've just been calling him Kong. But anyway, we are doing the new trailer for the new empire in 3, 2, 1, go. Ominous music. Oh. I hope they don't ruin this movie with too many humans. Perhaps they will. Oh God, narration, not a good sign.
We believed that life
The pyramids.
only exists on the surface of our planet.
They always destroy monuments in these new movies.
What else were we wrong about?
Did he have an artificial appendage? I think this is the underworld. I forgot what it was called, but those look like pterodactyls. And there he is, Kong.
There's more secrets than we could possibly imagine.
Why don't they just leave these animals alone? What the heck? Okay. Why was...
Is that?
Alright, I don't know why its shadow was so big and
That's
then
not common.
turned out to be some little child.
What could have done this?
I'm sure they'll tell us or show us. Witness the rise of a new empire. And here come the humans to ruin things.
Kong can't stop this on his own.
He won't be alone.
Oh, I remember that little girl from Kong vs. Godzilla. Wait, was Godzilla crystallized? Godzilla looked very different there. Wait. Did he have bullets? Oh no, bones. A bandolier of bones. Godzilla's gone rainbow. Super Saiyan Godzilla. I think that's supposed to be the selling point of this trailer. I personally want to see more of the enemy.
Is that a mini Kong?
That looks goofy. I'm sorry, but that little monkey looked like Curious George standing in the funhouse with mirrors, making it look wacky. But anyway, it looked like Godzilla or the other simian, when its fist broke through the surface, it looked like it had on a splint that made it look like a transformer a little bit, or like a cast of some sort. This trailer, I'm indifferent. Again, I hated the smoke and mirrors with the little Curious George coming out of the shadows, looking like he was like dwarfing Kong. And I don't know what kind of hocus pocus was going on there with the dimensions of light, but why it was so large, and then it emerged like, I don't get it. I don't dig it. I don't like that. And then there's a whole family, looked like, of gorillas, or perhaps that was a flashback to when I'm just going to call them the simian. When the simian killed them, and that's where all the skulls came from, and they were wondering, what could have done this? And then you had the little deaf girl that had a connection. You know how they ruin these movies with human interactions and stuff like that. But I can't say that I want to go to the theaters to see this, because I wanted to see more of the enemy. Instead, we see Kong looked great, don't get me wrong, Kong looked great. But Godzilla being all lavender, come on, a lavender lizard. Lavender. And for some reason he was crystallized. I don't know if that happened at the end of Godzilla vs. Kong. Who knows these days, but I'm not sold on this one. And again, we have a lot of Godzilla material coming out. Godzilla -1, which is currently playing in theaters. Monarch Legacy of Monsters, okay, which is on Apple TV Plus, starring Kurt Russell, and now this, Godzilla X Kong. I think Godzilla -1 looks like the best so far, based on the trailers. Because this one was just monsters posing for cameras and screaming, with Curious George in the mix. Not my cup of tea. But we'll see on perhaps the next trailer. Perhaps they'll improve things and make it worth my while. Because right now, this is a skip.
King